All right, everyone, a good and a happy Wednesday afternoon. I am King 5, Meteorologist Adam Claibon. Nice to see some of that additional sunshine out there. And many spots are actually dry right now. I'm going to show you a lot of our cameras, and they're each going to show you dry conditions, but there are chances of rain here as we go throughout the day, and even some showers falling as we speak right now. So we'll go over all of that. Plus, we're going to talk about how late into the week we're going to do our best to attempt to warm up, especially by the time we head into the weekend. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First, today's forecast, it is featuring another chance of some pop-up thunderstorms. They will be isolated in nature, maybe some small hail associated with just a very few of those thunderstorms. You can see the chance of that actually extends farther to the east, and we've been seeing that here over the course of the past few days. But just something to keep in mind, because again, each one of these cameras I'm going to show you are dry. Schoolnet side right there, Wishka, and this is showing you a time-lapse video of the conditions here over the past few hours, and they're all dry. Westport also dry here, maybe some darker clouds off into the distance, seeing some peaks of sunshine there, as well as in Bellingham with a cloud more overhead, kind of darkening things up a little bit up that way across Whatcom County. Paradise even seeing some peaks of blue showing up in the sky. A lot of clouds, but the snow that fell on the parking lot there melting away. Beautiful look at the Olympic Mountains as we look live up there at Hurricane Ridge. Everett dry again. Let's see if we can make one more stop. That's going to be at SeaTac Airport, and it's showing dry conditions here as of about 1:30 to 2 p.m. here on your Wednesday afternoon. Some of those clear skies did lead to some chillier temperatures this morning and will again tomorrow morning, but the warming trend I talked about earlier, well, it's going to start to show itself in some warmer overnight temperatures as we start to see those numbers bouncing back into the mid and upper 40s. Now, afternoon highs still will be below average, but they also look to increase. And what's decreasing? Tree pollen. Rain here from earlier into the week has brought some of those pollen counts down, and it looks like we're faring pretty good. Okay, so far. Grass and weed pollen, of course, still not in the game quite yet. Current temperatures at mid to upper 40s. Rain, cooled air, lower 40s around Shelton and in Olympia. So that's where the rain is. And again, I'm going to show you that here in a second. But where we haven't seen the rain, we're all the way up into more of the mid 50s. Now, the forecast as we continue on here into the day will call for more of these pop-up showers, possible storms here into the region. You can see that there closer to the coast, seeing some of those right now. Also seeing some of that beginning to work its way up through the Kitsap Peninsula. First, the Olympic Peninsula and up there around Nia Bay, Forks, and Quileute. Some lighter showers in place there, and also seeing some of that across Thurston County too as we move that up around the I-5 corridor. That's just beginning to move out of Pierce County and should be impacting us across parts of King County here as we go later on into the day, but most of that pretty light activity again, and then we see that completely die off into the night. So it shouldn't be that much of a soaker for your evening commute. We go deep into the night, dry, clearer skies. That's what allows more of those temperatures to drop down into the 30s. Then we head into tomorrow morning. Dry morning commute, but the rain not too far away. This is 9 o'clock, and probably about that time, we're going to see some showers out there along the coast. And then into the afternoon, assuredly, it looks like out over the Olympic Peninsula, we're dealing with rain. Puget Sound, gradually, that will increase and pick up as we go into the day, and then it looks like we'll see some of the heavier rain move through as we head on into the late afternoon and throughout the evening. Here we are at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and we're seeing those showers still overhead. So yeah, tomorrow evening looks like it is going to be a bit wet. Then we'll see those showers move on out of here, at least more of the steadier rain showers. We'll still keep some showers around even on into Friday, maybe a few peaks of sunshine, but looks like the forecast not going to change a whole lot when it comes to that. We'll get some off and on showers, some sun breaks, and some lighter rain to come on through. So when we're talking about totals, around maybe a quarter of an inch, a bit higher around Puget Sound, lesser amounts farther north where we've seen that rain shadowing here throughout the entire week around the San Juan Islands, Whatcom and Skagit County, and then the higher amounts out over the Olympic Peninsula where we're expecting to see at least a half an inch, maybe a bit more into some of those parts. And the snows, yeah, they're going to be around. Snow levels picking up around 4,000 or 5,000 feet as we get closer to the weekend. But some additional moisture with that steadier band of rain tomorrow will help to lead to maybe another half a foot of snow up around Snoqualmie and Stevens Pass, Crystal Mountain, and White Pass. Now, if we get this during the nighttime hours, I think we get a better chance of getting closer to these marks. If it's during the day, we might be around 3, maybe 4 inches as opposed to that half a foot. As far as today's forecast, a lot of 50s around. We're going to see those pop-up showers, a few storms possible, but definitely it looks like not going to see widespread activity when it comes to that. Then highs farther south, low 50s, more of the rain cold air over the Kitsap Peninsula. Might keep some spots in the 40s there and more of the clouds in place and better chances of rain farther south will probably keep us more in the upper 40s for South Sound. And then clear skies, quieter conditions tonight, cold overnight ahead with temperatures even getting closer to freezing around Shelton and Olympia. Here's your 7-day forecast. We got the low 50s next couple of days. Here's that modest warm up that we see by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, mid 50s. We try to do our best to get into the upper 50s and approach 60 at least later on into next Monday and Tuesday. But it does look like both of those days we probably will stay dry. But you saw that Tuesday forecast. It's a mostly sunny skies and nothing else at all. So maybe a drier pattern trying to shape up as we head on into the middle of next week, and maybe that might include a few more 60s. But as far as any sort of substantial and more prolonged warm-up, still don't see that anywhere inside. Of course, we'll keep you updated on that though. Well, everyone take care. Hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll talk to you soon.